What's up, y'all? So I actually want to start this off by saying rest in peace to George Floyd. So you already know, man, where I went. Minneapolis, Minnesota. So yeah, man, I went literally at the time of that incident where, he was killed unjustly by, Derek Chauvin, the police officer. So yeah, man, I remember I got there, I drove to the store, and it's just murals and graffiti and flowers and signs, and from the protests and everything, and it was dope, man. It was pictures of other black people who have been killed unjustly, Breonna Taylor and Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, and different people, man. It was real dope, man. And I remember at one point I was walking along the street right near the store where he passed away at, and there was a bunch of names, like a long list of names, and it just carried on out, down the block, and it was dope, man. Like it's just crazy to be there and know this is the location that this happened at, that sparked all these riots and protests and everything. I went to the precinct that got burnt down, and it was crazy, man. They had to board it up. It was really burnt down. They burnt down the precinct, man, and it was just a crazy feeling because I felt like I was living through history, man. Like we learned about protests and things back in the '60s with Martin Luther King, and just to see something like that take place is like, wow, man, I'm really living through a real moment, that'll go down in history, man. But yeah, man, I definitely had to go pay my respects to that. But yeah, after that I went to this record store called Electric Fetus. It was dope, man. They had all these old cassettes and stuff of these old classic albums and everything, and it was dope, man. I got a chance to see that, and it was real cool, man. Also, the food was good out there too. I remember I had some food that was really, really good, man. Like and then I went to the Mall of America. It's the biggest mall in America. You know what I mean? But I went there, and that thing was shut down because at this time COVID was still going on, but I still was able to go inside and go to a few places. I went to the Viking Stadium and also the Timberwolves Stadium while I was out there. You know what I mean? Took some pictures and stuff like that. From there, I went to North Dakota. So this trip was actually a 3-state trip because North Dakota is not too far. So I went to Fargo, North Dakota, and it's not really do out there. So I basically went to a zoo. Went to the zoo, seen a whole bunch of dope animals and stuff like that. And then after that, man, I went back to Minnesota because the hotel was out there in Minnesota. And I remember driving along the highway and just seeing dope things, man, dope sights, man. It's always good to get away from your hometown and, go to new places and see new things. And like I said, the food out there was good, man. So, I basically did a lot of that. So it was a few days on this trip, and one of the last stops on this trip was actually South Dakota. So I went to Mount Rushmore. For those who don't know, that's the location of, the big mountain with all those faces of the presidents and everything. And I just had a crazy feeling because I came here and I'm realizing this is in the middle of nowhere, and these white people came here hundreds of years ago and killed everybody and took the land and then carved their face in the mountain. And it was just like, wow. But like I said, man, I had to go out there and just see the place. But I remember driving out there, it just looked real different, man. Like the whole city and everything was just designed real different, and yeah, it was different, man. And I had some good food out there too in South Dakota. I remember, I guess because of the George Floyd situation, they had this African design in the room they gave us out there, because we actually stayed out there in South Dakota, overnight and everything. But yeah, it was just real funny, man. And yeah, like I said, I remember just driving around, and it was a lot of open space too in certain areas. Yeah, it was like a lot of open space and stuff, man. So I just remember that. But yeah, I had a good time out there, man. If you want to go see that, it's definitely a sight to see. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely something that is worth seeing. So just go out there and check it out, man. And basically, you probably could do the same thing and do a multiple state trip if you go out there. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I went to Prince's mansion. So it's right off this road, and you could go there and stand outside and look at this big mansion. I think during the week they give tours there and stuff like that, but when I went there it was closed. But yeah, that's definitely something else, if you went to Prince and his music, you definitely might want to check that out. All right, peace.